support. Video sheds light on the political landscape in River State, particularly with Governor Fubara's recent visit to President Tinubu. This meeting symbolizes a potential reconciliation, illustrating the significance of political relationships that underpin effective governance. Leadership demands resilience against oppression and a firm commitment to those who support you. Surrendering to past oppressors not only damages relationships with allies, but also undermines the foundational trust necessary for effective leadership. Many governors appear to prioritize their alignment with the president over their obligations to the constituents they were elected to serve. This misguided focus results in widespread dissatisfaction among citizens, who rightfully expect their leaders to advocate for their needs. Political appeasement poses a threat to the integrity of elected officials. It's essential for leaders to prioritize accountability and genuinely address the needs of their people, rather than succumbing to personal gain or favoritism. Former Kaduna Governor El-Rufai's warning about President Tinubu's aspirations towards a life presidency raises alarm regarding political tensions and the looming specter of authoritarianism that could shape Nigeria's governance. Concerns mount regarding the fragility of Nigeria's legislature and judiciary, calling into question their capacity to provide necessary checks and balances against executive overreach. This situation is ripe for exploitation if left unaddressed. Public perception and political alliances play a critical role in shaping opinions on Tinubu's legitimacy as a Democrat. Many view his stance as a facade, designed to maintain power rather than uphold democratic values. The constitutional amendment process in Nigeria, which requires two-thirds approval from both houses of the National Assembly as well as state assemblies, serves as a safeguard against unilateral changes. This structure is crucial in preventing arbitrary decisions by those in power. Concerns about state capture and the abuse of power are rampant in Nigeria, backed by a history of resistance from the population against any dictatorial tendencies. Recent events underscore the crucial role of civic engagement in protecting democracy. The controversy surrounding the National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons shines a light on issues of trust and accountability within government institutions. Allegations of child trafficking bring serious ethical questions to the forefront, particularly regarding the operation of orphanages in Nigeria. Activists have aptly pointed out the inconsistency in government actions, questioning why only certain children faced removal while others remain at risk. This disparity raises urgent concerns about the protective measures available for vulnerable populations. The role of social media in raising awareness about the orphanage crisis is undeniable. Public pressure often drives government agencies to act, sometimes against their own neglectful instincts, pushing them towards accountability. There's an increasing discussion regarding the necessity of a comprehensive social work system, which is vital for tracking and safeguarding at-risk children. Implementing such a system could play a crucial role in preventing future exploitation and trafficking. Erica Kirk's remarkable act of forgiveness receives widespread acclaim, reflecting society's deep yearning for compassion, especially in times of conflict. It underscores the paramount importance of grace during divisive moments. The linkage between forgiveness and Christian nationalism prompts critical questions about the consistency of these values in the actions of those who profess them. It challenges the authenticity of such claims in the face of hardship. Finally, the public support for Jimmy Kimmel amid his controversies reveals a collective desire for free speech and underscores the importance of standing firmly for one's beliefs, no matter the backlash. The Nigerian police's abject failure to safeguard its citizens has spawned a climate of pervasive fear. Recent incidents starkly reveal their ineptitude in maintaining public safety, which in turn erodes trust and skews the public's perception of law enforcement. In response to this escalating insecurity, the government's reliance on propaganda is nothing short of disappointing. These efforts, often viewed as ineffective and misleading, only serve to alienate citizens desperate for tangible solutions to their plight. A particularly alarming incident, an attack on the home of an active police deputy inspector, underscores the gravity of the threat that looms over even the highest echelons of law enforcement. This raises critical questions about the robustness of the security measures in place for all citizens. The attack transpired on Thursday night, resulting in tragic fallout for the officer's family and further spotlighting the deficiencies in security protocols in that locality. This incident compels us to ask, how secure are we really in our own neighborhoods? Local sources have voiced significant concerns regarding the glaring inadequacy of security personnel, with suggestions that merely one guard is woefully insufficient to fend off such threats. This raises alarms about the prioritization of community safety. The broader consequences of these events are stark, as violence and insecurity ripple through the lives of countless Nigerians. This pervasive climate has sparked protests and intensified demands for decisive government action, as citizens refuse to remain silent. Criminal activity in Nigeria has spiraled out of control, with kidnappers operating with alarming freedom, brazenly attacking individuals near their homes. This brazen audacity only amplifies the palpable fear gripping the populace. Moreover, rampant corruption and systemic sabotage within the government severely impede effective security measures. This environment allows criminals to flourish, exacerbating lawlessness while further eroding public safety and trust in authorities. Ultimately, the current security architecture in Nigeria proves ineffective, with local governments stripped of power while the federal government fails to fulfill its duty to protect its citizens. This leaves communities feeling vulnerable, exposed to the relentless threats posed by criminal elements. The current Nigerian National Assembly represents a failure of leadership that one might categorize as dictatorial. After years of democracy, it's disheartening to witness such a regression. This kind of governance is not only unacceptable but also detrimental to the nation's progress, stunting the growth that citizens rightfully deserve. In stark contrast, Senator Natasha emerges as a beacon of resilience. Her unwavering determination to carry out her duties, even after facing an illegal suspension, sets her apart from many Nigerian politicians who capitulate under pressure. While others falter in the face of oppression, she stands firm, fighting for her rights and the rights of the people. The video delves into the legal quagmire surrounding Senator Natasha's suspension from the Senate. Despite a court ruling that favors her, the Senate continues its appeal process, showcasing a disturbing trend of systemic abuse of power. This relentless battle underscores the importance of standing up against injustices that run rampant within governmental structures. The urgency for immediate action against injustice cannot be overstated. Hesitation fosters complacency, which allows politicians to trample on the rights of citizens without consequence. It's crucial to act decisively. Waiting only emboldens the very forces that undermine democracy. While democratic actors are expected to adhere to rules and regulations, a disconcerting number of politicians choose to ignore them. The time has come for the populace to deliver a resounding message: enough is enough. Tolerance for this behavior is a relic of the past. It's time to demand accountability. Collective action stands as a foundational pillar in this struggle. Injustice against one resonates as injustice against all. If a senator can be targeted and victimized, it serves as a stark reminder that anyone could find themselves in similar peril. This shared fate compels us to act in unity. Historical struggles for democracy, while significant, are simply not enough on their own. Continuous engagement is imperative. Citizens must actively monitor the actions of their government to prevent the misuse of public funds and authority. Vigilance is not just a necessity, it's an obligation. In Nigeria, police power is often abused, with officers intimidating and robbing citizens without justification. This systematic oppression speaks volumes about the pressing need for accountability and reform within law enforcement. Addressing these issues not only protects citizens but reinforces the integrity of governance itself. Recent political conflicts starkly illustrate the ramifications of unchecked authority. Instances where officials are forcibly ousted from their positions highlight the fragility of governance, particularly when citizens remain passive. History has shown that complacency only invites further abuses of power. The governor's apparent indifference to his responsibilities invites scrutiny regarding leadership accountability, especially during times of political unrest. This lack of engagement became glaringly apparent during his suspension, raising critical questions about his commitment to the people. Public protests serve as an essential component of a thriving democracy. Yet, in this instance, the governor's supporters were discouraged from protesting his suspension, signaling an alarming trend that undermines civic engagement. It's vital that citizens are encouraged to voice their concerns openly and boldly. The need for a unified front against injustices in governance is unmistakable. Without resistance to wrongful actions, history is doomed to repeat itself, leading to an environment where abuses of power become the norm. It is up to each of us to stand firm, demanding integrity and justice.